What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you've been following along, we've been doing a head gasket replacement on 6.4 Powerstroke. This video is going to be very quick. I wasn't even going to make it, but this video is basically just the steps to putting the cab back down on the truck. So as you can see here, we got the cab right there. We're going to use a picker chuck here to put it on. Hopefully you just did yours with a hoist. Anyways, we're just going to set it down. There's not too much to watch for. I think the biggest thing is sometimes this lower rad hose can get caught, so kind of watch for that. But yeah, we're gonna set it down, and then I'm just gonna quickly bang off the things that you gotta reconnect, the things that you disconnected in the cab removal video. So yeah, if it helps you, please like, subscribe, comment any questions, or look me up on Instagram, shoot me a message at Dark Iron Diesel. Let's get at her. Then before you have it completely all the way set down, I just like to just do that. So I know these bolts are started. My cab mounts are all started just like this, even though they're loose. Now I can set the cab down and take the straps off of it. Make sure your park brake cable is nice, and also your shift linkage cable, make sure it didn't get binded anywhere. Then the last thing you look for, this is what I usually have problems with the most, is this rad hose. So here I see it's nice, it's in its place it's supposed to be, but watch, because sometimes this rad hose will get pinched up there. So just before you completely set your cab down, just watch for that. Okay, we got the cab back on. So like I said, this is gonna be kind of a crash course just because I'm so sick of filming this whole entire job. So I'm just gonna quickly list off the things as I do them in the order I'm doing them, just so you know. And I mean, I shouldn't have to explain how to do it because you already took it apart, so you're just gonna put it back together that same way. I'm gonna start underneath on the driver's side. You can hook your park brake cable up and then get your shifter back hooked up. Okay, then on the passenger side, you have this ground wire you gotta hook back up. Okay, front of the truck, reconnect this rad hose. Okay, you can bolt down your hood latch. Then there's two hoses right here to reconnect. On this side, you have this hose to put back in its holder there and connect her up. Okay, we'll start on the passenger side of the engine. So I'm going to start with reconnecting this intercooler pipe. Reconnect this AC line. You can snap the AC line back in place in this clip, and then hook up this vacuum line. Then you can hook this power line up to this guy, and then those two right there sandwiched together on that stud. Just try to clean this up a bit if yours look like this, just so it's got good connection. Then you can hook this ground up to the negative ground post, and then this other one that has this hook on it, it goes right there on the kind of on the side of the body here. Plug this connector back in there. Hook this coolant line up back down there. Hook this AC line back up. Hook this ground strap back up to the firewall. You can plug in this connector right there, and then plug in this one back to the firewall. If you have your own AC machine, I would charge it right now while you can still get at these. If not, then whatever. We're gonna put the air filter in, and then you can go to the shop. They'll just probably have to take it out to get at these ports to charge your AC. Once it's in, make sure you tighten her down here and connect these two sensors. Plug in your fan here. We actually didn't even have to disconnect that when we pulled the cab, but if you followed my instructions, you'll have to plug that guy back in. Then moving on to the driver's side, let's start by hooking up our steering shaft. Hook this coolant hose back up. You can bolt your brake reservoir back up. Make sure to plug the 3 sensors back in on it. Plug these 3 connectors in down here. Connect these power steering lines back up. Hook this hose back up to the bottom of your power steering reservoir. Hook up your intercooler pipe, and then you got these two coolant lines that go there and there. All right, we're gonna put this coolant and battery tray in here. Make sure this vacuum line is clipped into its little holders there, and we're gonna have to plug that in after. Okay, bolt it down. There's the line at the bottom of it you gotta connect. There's this one here. Hook up this vacuum line, and then connect your upper rad hose. Install both of your batteries, hook them up, clamp them down. I think that's pretty much it. So I think that's everything. Now, like I said, I was doing a head gasket job here, so I've already changed my fuel filters and my oil filter, but now I have to drop the oil and put new oil in. Also, I have to add coolant, so depending on what you did, you're gonna have to do some stuff like that. You're for sure gonna have to add coolant. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll see if it fires up and see if we forgot anything, but I think that's it. I just remembered that this truck had a couple random accessories, that aftermarket accessories where the wires are running into the cab and down along the frame, and I just cut them down on the frame, so I'm gonna have to go solder them and reconnect them. So if you had to do something like that on your vehicle, you have to do that as well. I just remembered I have to actually tighten my cab mounts too, because I just leave them loose until I know everything is good. So I'm just kind of letting the coolant go in. I'm gonna go underneath and zip up all my cab mounts. Remember to fill this guy up, and it says right on here, don't use orange or red coolant. It wants you to use yellow. I don't know why it says that. I don't ask questions, I just do it. Top up your power steering fluid because you're most likely low from draining it out. Okay, my coolant's still a little bit low. I'm not gonna get any more till tomorrow, but there's most of the coolant is in the truck. I'm gonna turn the key on. I believe you can bleed the fuel from this little Schrader valve. If you just kind of have the key on, it should be pumping your fuel. And then if you just kind of poke that, it should relieve the air out of it. And then one more thing I like to do before we start the truck is I like to just kind of spin the fan by hand and make sure there's no tools in there or rags or anything like that. So the fan must spin nice and freely. And that's pretty much it. All right, got a runner. If you don't have an AC machine like me, you'll probably have to take it to a shop and get somebody to charge it up with the Freon, or else the AC won't work. Okay, well that's it for the video. I'm just gonna clean up, I'll put that hood on and I'll go take it for a test drive, but I've ran it for a few minutes, no leaks so far, so yeah, test drive is next. But if this video helped you, please like, please subscribe, and look me up on Instagram at Dark Iron Diesel. Shoot me a message if you got questions, or ask me questions in the comments. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, we'll see you on the next video.